today's video, I want to share with you my top violin bow exercises so you can improve the flexibility and strength of your bow hand so you can get a powerful sound on the violin. So, if you would like to achieve all of this, let's get started. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel, the best place for learning violin online. Make sure you subscribe because I post videos every week free for you to learn. With that out of the way, let's get started to the first violin bow exercise. We are going to divide all the violin bow exercises with an horizontal bow and a vertical bow. So the first exercise with an horizontal bow. You hold the bow at the middle and it's the wrist up and down. Make sure when you do it, you only move the wrist, not the arm. After you have done it a couple of times, in the middle, you move to the heel and you do it again. And after doing that, we go to the tip. I would recommend this order, middle, heel and tip because we are increasing difficulty. If you try the tip first, you will not find it easy because this is the hardest part of the bow to do any exercise. So make sure you do middle, heel and tip. The second exercise is going to be the windscreen. We hold the bow at the middle and we are going to move our wrist to the right. Let's try at the heel. And then finally for the tip, I'm gonna turn the bow around. Let's move on. The third violin bow exercise is going to be the pinky push-ups. So we're gonna hold the bow again at the middle and we're gonna lift the pinky up and down, up and down. And you will notice that when I put my pinky down on the stick of the bow, you see I'm pushing it. Yes, I'm not doing this. You see, I'm pushing it back. So the bow moves as well. You will notice when you do this exercise at the heel of the bow that this exercise is not easy at all. And this is because the heel of the bow is heavier. You move the bow and you do it at the tip. If you actually hold the bow only at the tip, it's actually a very good exercise. But to give you an extra push, do this exercise at the tip. The fourth exercise is going to be the lifting three fingers. So in this case, we're going to start at the heel and then at the tip. So we won't try the middle because this exercise doesn't work at the middle. So we're going to hold the bow, the thumb and our pinky, and we're going to lift the rest of the fingers up. You want to improve the strength of your bow hand? This is a fantastic exercise. Once you're done here, try at the tip. The fifth exercise is going to be the sideways. We're going to hold the bow at the middle and the tip of the bow will need to touch my left shoulder and the heel of the bow will need to touch my right elbow. Then we try the sideways at the heel and you will see the tip of the bow will touch my left shoulder and then it will get away from it. The whole point of the sideways exercise is that the wrist needs to move, nothing else. We are not moving the fingers yet. And then we try the sideways exercise at the tip so the heel of the bow will touch my left shoulder and then will go away. So what is is your favorite violin bow exercise when you want to improve the flexibility of your bow hand? Let me know in the comments below and let's continue. The sixth exercise is going to be the getting closer. Okay, so I'm gonna hold the bow again at the middle, and this violin bow exercise is completely about fingers. So I'm gonna improve the flexibility of your fingers by doing this exercise. The whole point of this exercise is that the base of the pinky will touch the stick of the bows. If you are still here, let's do some exercises with the vertical bow. And the first exercise is going to be the coin drop. So I'm gonna put a coin, yes, in this case, £2 coin, yes, in our thumb, and we're going to hold the bow in the same position while supporting it with the left hand all the way up, and you will see that you cannot drop the coin. After you have done it with the support of your left hand, you can do it without it. It is always super important that you are still holding the bow properly. The second exercise with a vertical bow is going to be the tiny steps up and down. So you're gonna hold the bow at the heel and you're gonna go by tiny steps towards the tip. We always need to be avoiding slipping the bow like that. Doing this won't help you. And then you need to try all the way down. The third exercise with the vertical bow is going to be the tiny jumps. So you're going to hold the bow in the same position and you're going to do some tiny jumps. Obviously, when you land on a new jump, you will have to check that all the fingers are in a nice position. So you need to avoid doing that. Okay, so let's do it one more time. The fourth exercise with a vertical bow is the stirring the coffee. So you hold the bow and the whole point is that we are going to draw a circle with the heel of the bow. The fifth violin bow exercise is going to be the ring. I've got this from a storage jar and it's going to be super helpful for this exercise. You're gonna put it here at the top, yes, and you're gonna put the bow inside. The most important thing is that the bow doesn't touch the ring at all. The more you do it, the better you will control your bow. And guess what? The better you control the bow, the better sound you will have. So those were my 11 violin bow exercises if you want to get a really good bow hand grip. So I post videos weekly for you to learn, so keep actually checking those here and I will see you next week.